Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Local Pundit. I'm Josh Anthony. This is your Wrexham daily news and update show, the Breakfast Club. How are you? A little early today from the 5 o'clock that I was going to do. In fact, the reason why I'm doing it is because I was just looking at the Discord. I was working and I saw a post from Christine, who's in our Discord and one of our community members, and sending videos of from Southeast Florida, and Milton is going to hit there. So I want to just get something up quick, keep it a little subdued. There's more important things in football, but I just want to get something up and just share with everybody, just talk to everybody too. And even, I might even, honestly, honey, it's not even. I look at what's happening, what's coming to Florida. It's not even really a comparison to just football. So I figured, maybe we'll get together. We'll just have a chat, whatever. We can just we could talk. I could even open the lines up too for a little bit. Maybe just get everyone together. We're all, our hearts are out for everybody that are in Florida, kind of get out of there, friends, family, and pets and animals and everything too. So anyways, so that's why I came on early, and I know Kelly was there. She was trying to get out at 5 o'clock, but yeah, you just look what's going on. I got the news on, and so just want to come in and have a say. More than happy to just I go in the old school here, and what I used to do a lot is just put it in the chat. Someone's coming in and have their say. Just talk football, talk whatever. Just kind of have an open chat. Obviously, you can see the thumbnail that we did this morning put up there was it's a Stockport game postponement, and we'll talk about that too. But I just put it in there for the Discord. If anyone's coming in to say, have their say, just have a conversation. Nikki D, how are you? Robert Gallivan's in the house. How are you? And Glenda's in the house as well. Yeah, just so I wanted to come on and just get us together, and maybe we could just talk. So, but I'll go through what I was going to go through. I'll make sure I wanted to get this up a little bit earlier again because this Milton thing is really tracking and just gonna hit dead on into Florida. So sorry for the subdued, but just want to catch up. So anyway, smash the like on the video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the Local Pundit, share if you have. And again, I dropped it into the chat there. If people want to come in and just talk a little bit, maybe take their minds off a few things, and just talk football for a little bit. Maybe we'll see how we go. But to get into the show, Walsh Checky, how you doing? Morning, Chief. How are you? Good to see you, my friend. Hope you are very well. Hope you're well. And also Nikki D and Glenda. All right. So again, it's in the chat. StreamYard's here. People want to come in. New folks, old folks, just come in and have a chat. We're here for it. So yeah, thank you. So on the show today, and again, I a little bit subdued just because of the direct hit that's going to happen, that's going down in Florida. So let's talk a little football. So as you can see, I not on my end. That's why I came on. I was like, if we can help, just have a conversation, talk, get to see people talking about other things. But we do have some people that are in our community that are down there. If you're in the Discord, you could see that it's going to be a direct hit on Florida. It's not going to be a good one. Not going to be a good one. So let's just pray for everybody if we can do that. Sorry to take it off football. Like I said, it's not that important. But Wells Techie, you're always a class gentleman. So awesome. So on the thumbnail, it says Stockport game could be postponed, and that's one of the things that came up today. This is the November 16th game. And find it interesting. Interestingly enough, and what I wanted to bring up to is we have 10 days off. We have the next game we have right now is October 19th. That's in 10 days against Rotherham away. And so this might be 2 months where we're going to have some extended time off. I want to know if we think this helps our team or if we think this hurts our team. Because if we get momentum, granted we're 10 games in now. We won yesterday, which was great. Got some players on the pitch that needed some minutes for sure, and getting people back up to fitness and resting some players. Although he didn't rest Dobson and he didn't rest Macca, which I was very surprised at. But we did get some good things out of Rathbone, Mofal, and Mullen, and Brunty, and Rev, and AJ, and a lot of good things come out of it. So my question is, we could face more extended time off. This is actually normal for bigger clubs too. Obviously, we know we've got international clubs like Manchester United, Arsenal, City. It happens all the time. But my question is, do we think it'll be good for us? Do we think it'd be good for us? And this is the article that prompted the Stockport game being postponed. Stockport County's decision to call off Saturday's home game with Wycombe Wanderers in League One could be Wrexham's match at Edgeley Park on Saturday, November 16th, could be canned. So, that's another away match. They have Ibi Toure, Tayo Ardamola, Republic of Ireland, Gambia, Republic of Ireland, under 20, Louis Farini, under 21, Scotland, have been called up for this week's fixtures, international fixtures, and so they postponed the game. Now we play them next month, and the next round of internationals are the weekend of November 16th, when Phil Parkinson's Reds are set to face the Hatters, who picked up the League Two titles last season, and Stockport is doing very well. All the teams that have come up are doing really, really well. Goes on to say Gambia international Ibo Toure, who will team up with Wrexham Jacob Mendy. Jacob Mendy said we couldn't just get the ball in the back of the net, talking about their first game against County. I feel like the standards are getting higher week by week. The belief we've got into the camp and around the club is that we can beat anyone in this league. Anytime we don't win, we're frustrated, and that's a feeling you have to take a point in the end. But we wanted more. At the start of the season, you'd say you'd take the start that we've had, but with all the draws we've had, you want to turn those into wins and want to be higher. Rotherham hosts Wrexham a week on Saturday, or in our action against Peterborough, while Crawley hosts Shrewsbury Town in League One. So that was who was that said that? I went through a whole quote, didn't do it. Iba Toure. It was Iba Toure. So they're talking about how their season is going. But more importantly, it's like, okay, are the layoffs going to help us or hurt us? This next layoff, we don't have a game on the 12th on Saturday. Okay. I'd want to be playing. I want to pocket the points. But to be fair, looking at some of the players that got on the pitch yesterday and getting some minutes, I thought it was very good. But I want us to keep the momentum going. We are, for lack of a better word, we're in second place. This is, we're in second place. We're a hot team. We're doing well. I think we are growing into the league. I've watched a lot of the games in regards to the other. We do the That's a Wrap show, so I get to see some other things. I'm not going to say what I think, but I feel like the more we play, the better we will become, and the more we'll grow into this league. So I don't necessarily like the layoff. I know we have 46 games, 10 in, 36 to go. I don't like the big layoff. I would rather us keep going. And I know that we will get these players back and who are injured or need time to rest and catch up. Mulls being one of them. So I'd like us to keep going. We have the depth to do so. Oh, sorry, my mom just texted me. 1 second. Thank you, love you. Thank you, love you. All right, sorry about that. My mom texted me, so I have to text her back. So I feel like we have, after watching yesterday's game, we have the depth in the squad that there's not a massive drop off. So these layoffs are just, we're going to get into practices and things like that. The only player we're going to get back is Mulls, in a full time, and Maxi's probably about 6 weeks away, 5 weeks away. I don't know how well, Shecky, if you heard anything, but I see that down there, Kelly. I know there's no news on Evans. He definitely had surgery yesterday, from what we know. But Techie may be knowing a little bit more because he's a little bit more connected to the club. Sorry, my mom texted me again, and she texted me a heart. There we go. Wrexham going to another busy set of games, so I think the break away from football completely would be a good thing. Now, Techie, are you talking about going into the Christmas period, the holiday period? So I'll take that on. That's fine. That's the 16th. That's still a month away. We have 6 games now in October, so okay, this one's fine, but then doubling it up in the second month, taking another 10 days off, that's a lot of time. Granted, we're not a Premier League club, so we're not on the same schedule as everyone else. Well, my fear is we're gonna get a backlog of games and have to fit these in, and we have our schedule, and it might F us up. I feel like, again, we're growing to this league and things are going well. So we'll see. But I get what you're saying. That's a good point. And again, I don't have any news on Evans. As soon as we get the news on Evans, even if I get a leak of something, I'll get it to you for sure, Kelly. And apologies for going earlier. I know we were texting. The reason if you're coming in late, I appreciate it. About 10 minutes in, I wanted to just get something up. I was just looking at the Milton going into Florida, and I just feel like, if we want to come on and just talk, or whatever, it'd be great to do that. So more of just a chat tonight, and football's second to what's going to happen in Florida. So, and I put it in the chat if people want to come in and say hi. So there you go. Brunt, Ford, Rathbone, Ashfield are very impressive yesterday. Yes, so I didn't get to watch the full match again yet, Brunt, but yes, they did, and I believe that those players will grow in stature as we know. So, but just sticking with the Stockport game, I'd rather us play games, and if I'd rather us be playing games, I think we have enough depth to cover it. Now, granted, these are the rules. We can't get about it. It is what it is, and internationals. What are we gonna do? The part of the game. And to be fair, talking out of both sides of my ass, as I usually do, it's because no one believes anything I say. Talking about, I just think that we might have to start getting used to this stuff. I don't want to use this word because of certain things. The bigger you are, the more problems you'll have. And I say that loosely. There's obviously a better term for it. More, is not as fashionable now because of certain people are in trouble because of using mo money, more problems. But yeah, the bigger we get, the more this will happen and the more we need to adapt. So I guess this is us adapting as we go up to leagues and becoming a player, a club that's going up in the leagues and having more responsibility with what's the Superman line? Something with greater responsibility becomes greater pressure. I don't know, whatever it is. Please put it in there. You know what I'm talking about. So that's what I'm saying. Brunt, Ford, Rathbone, Ashfield are very good. By the way, I just wanted, before I get off that one, the Ashfield and Mo Fall picture yesterday after they scored. I'm like, is that our future? Is that our future in 5 years where these guys are in championship or in the Prem or whatever we're doing? That's the future right there. Mo Fall is a good player, and I'm pulling back on what up. So Marie from SoCal, hey Marie, how are you? Good to see you. Hope you are very well, Marie. Look at all these members, by the way. I hope everyone's loving the memberships, which is fantastic. So I hope you're all loving it, and this is really great growth for everybody as a community. Morning, Wayne. How are you? Morning. It's already your birthday here, so happy birthday, May. Thank you very much. In the future, it is my birthday tomorrow. Yes, I'm gonna be a big old man tomorrow. And so thank you, Wayne. That's very nice of you. I appreciate it. A big 45 tomorrow. 45. That's why my mom was texting me. She was wishing me a pre-happy birthday. So you're a very nice man, gentlemen. Wayne. I appreciate it. And always happy to have Wayne in. It's not good. Recovery is not being estimated until post-op assessment. Techie, you're talking about Evans. All right, let's shift gears again. So do you have anything on it, Techie, that you can talk about? Or if you want to come in and say hi, all good. You don't have to reveal anything. You're probably in bed, to be honest with you. But it's not good. Recovery is not being estimated until the post-op. So that is in regards to the question from Kelly about Evans. We didn't think it was good, right, Techie, or anyone else in here? We didn't think this was good. So that's unfortunate. And if that said, you're not going to see him spring, maybe, or is it a season? I know nothing can make official. Okay, fine, nothing he can make official. All right, cool. I agree with that. We're just talking here, but when you have that look in your face when you're like, it ain't good. It ain't looking good, bro. Okay, but if you want to come in. I dropped it in the chat. Anyone else wants to come in and say hi? Come on in. So that's good information on Techie, but obviously, don't take it for gospel. He's just, reporting loosely what he knows. He's got good connects, obviously. So that's unfortunate. Stoner comment that. How you doing, brother? Hello from Edinburgh, Scotland. Next up, Wrexham. Hey, Stoner, are you going to a match? What are you headed down to Wrexham, or are you just going down there to hang out? Stoner comment. Good to see you. What up, Josh? Big Buckeye. How are you? That's Spider-Man. Yes, it is. But what's the quote? I should know this. I work in film, for God's sakes. And Dan Moore's in the house. Evening all. How are you? And happy birthday. Thank you very much. Yeah, we're a little ahead of the birthday. But we're there, so I appreciate it. But in future times, it is. Kevin, I'm 36 tomorrow. I have the happiest of birthdays. Kevin, do we have the same birthday? We have the same birthday. And you're definitely younger than me by 9 years. If you're the 10th, happy birthday, 10-10, brother. 10-10, brother. Awesome stuff. But, I'm going to derail on the Evans stuff right now. That's really unfortunate, Techie, if that's the deal about him. being out for I'm going to say the season, being out for an extended period of time, worse than we thought. I mean, what is it? I wonder if it's a snapped Achilles or something like that. Yeah, it's really unfortunate. With great power comes great responsibility. That's Superman, not Spider-Man, isn't it? With great power becomes great responsibility. That's Superman, not Spider-Man. Am I crazy? There you go. With great power. Yeah, okay. I should know this. What a moron I am. 10-10, baby. Kevin, my guy, Kevin. We're birthday brothers. That's awesome. Great. Yeah, there you go. Stan Lee, of course, the best. Stan Lee. So, anyways, yeah, we were talking about the Stockport game, talking about that being pushed. Again, we don't have a game on the weekend. And then Techie was bringing up that doesn't look good for Evans, unfortunately. That's really, really unfortunate. So, Uncle Ben says it to Peter. Yeah, Stanley and comics. Okay, I'm off. I thought it was Superman because I was almost Superman, as you know. But I would. That's why my movie would have went tits up. Okay, what else we got going on? We have some ratings for yesterday's game. If we want to, it's definitely Spider-Man. Sure, here. Let's do this with great power. Okay. Oh, man, I'm going to rinse myself. Oh, here we go. I won't put it up there, but...
This guy, Flash Thompson,
there you go.
He probably deserved what happened. But just because you can beat him up doesn't give you the right.
You're right. It's Spider-Man.
Remember, with great power comes great responsibility.
Okay. You're right. You're all right. I'm completely wrong. As a matter of fact, I worked on that movie. I worked on that Spider-Man movie. I got Sony when I was there. Unbelievable. Cop news too. What do we got? Dan, where's the cop news? Give it to me. On screen, by the way, was first paraphrased in a Superman movie. Okay, there we go. Josh never gets stuff backwards. This has to be a must. Josh never gets stuff backwards. Nikki D, you son of a bitch. Oh God, you son of a bitch. I don't try to be the best. 75% is where I live. There you go. FYI, Achilles surgery is at least 6 weeks before you can walk and let alone train. We don't know. Big Buck, I know Welsh Tech, he's probably still in there. We don't know if it's his Achilles. I thought he said it. Well, he didn't say it pop, but he did hold the back of his Achilles. If it's his Achilles, he's out for the season, hands down. So either way, we're talking about Evans here. Either way, I don't expect to see him again this season. In 29, let's just hold him off. Achilles is a bad injury, but we don't know if it's Achilles. I don't know if anyone can confirm or deny that. Okay, Frankie S says we need to have a famous we had a famous rugby player in New Zealand snap his Achilles and he heard the crack. He did make a full recovery, but must have been months. I tore my calf. I like it to hearing my smacking sound. Yeah. Oh God, you guys are bringing me back to my thought. KD broke his snapped his Achilles too. Kevin Durant did it, so you can come back from that. And Superman is faster than a speeding bullet, stronger than a smelly cheese. You fuckers. And Achilles is the worst injuries. A lot of people, and again, the reason why I'm slowing the show down and not doing it as we normally do with the energy and everything, just because I feel kind of bad, but also want to give everyone a little bit of an outlet here because I'm just watching what's going on, what's about to happen in Florida, and it's just kind of irresponsible. So, like I said, I opened it up, and just wanted to have a conversation. So that's why we're a little bit more sullen today. But Achilles is one of the worst injuries. We love you because you're not perfect, unlike me, of course. Nikki D, of course. I love you guys. Nick, you son of a bitch. And I'm so sorry. I read in what happened today in the or a couple of years ago in the furries. Really active chat today, by the way. Really active chat today. But yeah, all these are great, man. Wayne Evans says they make a popping sound when they go. Oh God, you guys, no, Wayne, I don't want to hear it. I don't want. It just goes. It just goes. Oh man. It just goes up my leg there. And FID, I guess, Barry Jones built for 2026 Internationals, U21 tourney. Yes, built for 2026 Internationals, yeah. I'm getting my Achilles repaired in November. It sucks. Okay, real question, though. I'm sorry about that. Do we know if it's his Achilles? Do we have an official diagnosis? It's Evans' Achilles? Also, got totally off the Stockport game, which is fine. This is what I wanted to do. I wanted to just sit here and just get people talking and do our thing. Just happy birthday, my guy. Got much planned. Will you be going to? Oh, jeez. No Diddy jokes. That's some serious. Thank you very much. I'm laughing just because it's Rousey. I am, and I love Rousey. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Not that much. Actually, the in-laws are coming up. They're going to take over our guest house. So they're going to be in the guest house. So I'm going to be kicked out. So we'll have to find a place to do the show. It's a good thing we didn't have a game on Saturday. Yeah. So, but thank you, Two-Beard Rousey from Two-Beard. It's great. And not much planned. The reporting was a ligament injury, but maybe they aren't telling us everything. This is on Evans. But that ligament injury needs surgery. It's on like 6 month rehab. Yeah, he's out for a while. He's out for a while. For sure. Absolutely out for a while. Which is unfortunate. Okay. You mean the Lincoln City game? Which one? No, the Lincoln City. No, the next game we have is Rotherham, first team on October. Is this game right here? This is the next game right here. Rotherham, October 19th. At the Arsenal New York Stadium, whatever that is. That's the next game we have away, which is unfortunate. But moving on, we'll keep talking about Evans if we can. And like I said, I opened it up if people want to pop in and say, hey. Okay. So I wanted to get to the player ratings from yesterday too. We did a Wrexham reaction, and we had a Wrexham time, which was great, and a watch along, which I was there for half of it. Tonight was supposed to be the stats show. Unfortunately, you have to deal with me. Paddy Power was a little under the weather, so I figured we get a show up, and I wanted to get a show up early just because, like I said, I'm worried about what's going on in Florida. So yesterday, this was the report for the ratings. Mo Fall with an amazing goal he had yesterday. I don't care what anyone says. He announced himself, and we gave him a lot of stick because he was low socks and all this shit. But afterwards, how do you not fall in love with that guy with the smile on his face and the happiness for Mo Fall for doing that? And good win, under 21s team, fine. And also, Mull's getting a great goal, Brunty getting his first goal too. But the smile on Mo Fall's face will literally brighten up your day, which I thought was pretty amazing. But I want to get into some of the ratings for this. Callum Burton, a virtual spectator, very true. In the first half, that's the half I did see. It was the same after the break, only with a couple of things to do. Callum Burton's a good keeper. Don't sleep on him. If touch wood, I'm not even going to say it. He's a good keeper. I won't do the Aaron Voodoo, but I'll say Callum Burton's a good keeper. Okay, I won't do the Aaron Voodoo. You know what I'm trying to say without saying it. Aaron James, AJ, he got a 6. The defender had little to do as he kept the Wolves' young guns at bay. Yeah, Aaron James did have a good game. He played in the the right of the 3, which I thought was pretty good for him. I didn't think he was that tall. I don't know if anyone knows how big AJ is, Aaron James. I didn't think he was that tall. Played at the center of a back 3, but sometimes Stash is that tall. He's 5'10". I think I have 4 inches on him. Lewis Brunt assured it and comfortable as the middle of the center half, as he also made it 1-0 for the Reds. 7. Louis Brunt was great for the future. Let's just say it. Louis Brunt's going to be here a while, and he's for the future. He's a good player, and he's left-footed. I equate the center of the back 3, and someone can challenge me on this or whatever. His socks were weird, Michael Wolf. Yeah, he got long legs, brother. Long legs, Michael Wolf. He did. He's got long legs. Mo Fall is talking about. I equate, stepping in there. Scars, he's done it, by the way. With Brunty getting to that center 3, it's kind of like a boxer taking the center of the ring and like, okay, I'm going to own this. There's a lot. If you're not comfortable on the ball and you're getting pressure and people aren't showing for you, it can really go pear-shaped really fast for you. And I thought that he did a really good job at I think he's 22 or 23. I thought he did a really good job standing in the middle of the park there. And he had Boyle on the side from him, on the left side of him, and he had AJ on the right of him, and he had Coleman in the back. So I really like Louis Brunt, and I like the fact that he got a 7 out of 10. I would have given him an 8 out of 10. He scored a goal. It's an 8 for me. But he got an 8 for me. Billy Boyle eased through the game with a solid 7 with some new hair, which was interesting. Billy did well. Billy's a solid. He can start. He could start. He could be a starter. If we need Billy to start, he could start. The gentleman can start, but he is a ace backup player. He's a really good bench player, but he also could start. I would never feel like, it's gonna go tits up if he's in there. So I liked his performance. Anthony Ford was good to see him play, and he had the assist for both first half goals, and he did, and it handed his third. So Anthony Ford probably should have got man of the match from what we're hearing here. So good on him. And what is he, 19, Anthony Ford? So really good stuff for him. James Jones controlled the midfield. I thought JJ had a pretty good first half from what I saw. I don't know what anyone thinks. They only give him a 6, which is interesting. Hold on. There's a couple of things I want to get to here. Josh, can I interest you in a new catchphrase? So I was thinking when you open the floor to have people come on and have their say, we say, we are playing game of opinions. Frankie S., we are playing a game. Okay, so we're playing game of opinions. There we go. Should I test that out? I'm opening the floor up, and we're playing game of opinions. There you go. Did I do it right? Did I drop down? I want to get the cadence down there. Frankie S., let me know if I hit it right. Open it up. We are playing game of opinions. Let me know if I got that right. I can rephrase it. We can redo it. Take 2 is always out there, but Frankie, yes, that's a good shout. I love it. Going back to the ratings. Ollie Rathbone, the holding midfielder, mopped up play and got forward at every opportunity. Ollie Rathbone, I thought looked pretty good from what I saw yesterday in that half. They gave him a 7. They gave him a 7. That's about right. 7.5, 7. I would give him that too. Good lettuce on him too. He was all over the park, had a little bit of a free roll, sat deep. So good for him. We need to see more of him. Harry Ashfield got on the pitch. They gave him a 7 as well. Always wanted the ball and tried to make things happen. Good note there. Always wanted the ball. Always showing. Always going after the ball to try to move. You see him. What he was doing is going through the back. He'd pass the ball and he would follow the ball. He would follow the ball and continue to ask my feet. You see him doing this a lot. And I do have clothes. I do have pants on. See him doing this a lot when he puts his hand like this to his feet. He's saying he's asking for ball to feet. He goes and makes a play. He's asking for ball to feet. Like, give it back to me. He would pass and move. And he kept it going back. I thought it was really good. Harry Ashfield is a real player. And I said it earlier. He's one of our future players for sure. We keep hold of him, nourish him, figure out how to get him on the field, when we're winning games. So he gets some time with first team. Is good, but Ashfield's a good player. Seb supported attacks and one impressive run took him past several defenders. Got a 7. Seb is a great player. Seb is a first-team player. He is being kept out by Maka, the captain, and by Barney at this point because he can play both sides. But Seb is one for the future as well. I really liked his game. More and more we see these guys, the better we get to see their cadences and how they're playing. But Rev has speed, power, and agility. And he presses forward. He does track back and play defense. Let's not cut him out for that. But I really like Seb. I thought he did a good job. They give him a 7. I get 7.5 for him as well. Paul Mullen back in the score sheet with a brilliant lob to make it 2-0, 7. Paul Mullen looked back to himself yesterday. Granted, the opposition wasn't amazing, but you could see he's moving good. The confidence taking that ball off the chest. Great ball by Brunty for the goal. Great ball. Takes out the chest. One bounce. Gives a quick peek. Techie, you were there. I want to know if you saw the peek. Had a quick peek up, saw the keeper was out, and just knows where the back of the net is. Paul Mullen, after this break, will be probably back to full fitness, maybe middle of November. I'm not sure, but we're getting there. We're going to come into a problem where JM, undroppable for me at this point, and Malls will either be played together or someone's going to lose in the midfield, and he's going to have to go in there and play in a mid-3. So I don't know, because I think those two are so good you can't keep them out of the pitch. Mo Fall got off the mark for the Wrexham stunning goal of acrobatic volley in the second half. Mo Fall, lovely. I see what just happened there. Welsh check you 10 gifts, you bastard. God damn it. I'll get to that in a second. I will give you that up in a second. But I want to talk about Mo Fall. Brilliant goal. Brilliant goal. Trying that out, getting it right. I didn't get to see if he actually hit it off his shin or off his boot, but you have to be really happy for that kid, Mofal, and he's off the mark, and I'm really impressed with him. So going through that right there, awesome. I'm so impressed. He's our future. Watch out. Him, Harry, Brunty are our future. So awesome. Dobson got in 6. He got a 6. Fletcher got a 5. Jam got a 5, and Macca got a 5. Fine, they're just covering up right there. And what just happened? So that was the rundown for that. Okay, what Welsh Techie has gifted 10 local pundit memberships. My God. Thank you very much, Boss Techie. That's very generous of you. Let us know who gets those memberships. The growing support for everyone in the community is fantastic. And Techie, what a very, very thank you very much. That's awesome. And that's brilliant. That's awesome. What a good dude. Let me know. I'm going to send you a green hat for that. Time for some positive vibes. Yes. Those are positive vibes. Yes. Positive vibes. There you go. All that. Well done, sir. Absolutely. Techie is the man. Techie is the man. And just gifted $5 to the community. That's awesome. Fantastic. Techie. I don't know. What time is it? 4:35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 30, 10, 30, 11. It's 11:30 at night for Welsh Techie. And he's gifting local opponent memberships. Mm-hmm. And also we did update the membership. So just so you know, and Techie, you'll see once you'll get your badge next to your membership, and we'll grow them as we go, and we're doing more emojis and things like that. The more members we get, the more emojis I can put out for everybody, and and make it better and make it more interactive too, which is great. And Nick D just came into the house. What are you doing, Nick? Oh, by the way, before I get to Nick, hold on. And he's not drunk. For the first time this week, Techie's not drunk. God damn it. That's awesome. Well, Nicky D. Nicky D gifted 5 local pundit memberships as well. Wow. The competition has started. That is very, very sweet of you, Nick. Yeah, that's awesome. Nick is you're not in Florida, right? You are in Alabama, I think. I can make that up. I can make that up. But legend Welsh Techie, awesome. All of you legends, so much. It's not lost upon me and the other guys that work on the channel. How much it helps out. So thank you all very much. Very, very sweet of you all. Between Nicky D and Welsh Techie. But that doesn't mean a lot of channels they don't read. Just so you know, a lot of channels don't read super chats and they don't read people that aren't members. I think that's kind of BS. So I try to give as much as possible. I'm more of I like to read a lot of the good comments in there. So there's so many great people which come around. So that's awesome. Going on to this too, and we'll get back to that, to the gifts. Thanks for the gifts again. I'll thank you guys at the end as well. And if you guys are up, come on in, have your say. I'll be on for a little bit, a couple more minutes maybe. Kelly Davidson, they're upgrading the permanent cop to 5,500 to 7,500 seats. But I heard that on the podcast. I don't know if I don't have an article to share, but there may be one in the leader. We covered that, Kelly. We covered that. But we're playing game of opinions. If you want to have your say, have your say. We definitely covered that for sure. I definitely know I covered that. Also, let me know who gets the memberships. I want to see the memberships if you have. So let us know what happens. It's such bad news. Marie from SoCal, from George. He's got a bad ankle ligament damage, and he's going to have an operation on Tuesdays at Parkinson. Yes, we covered that the other day. And then Techie said that it didn't, and he's not. I'm not going to call out Techie for claiming this is like gospel, but he said, as we know, it's bad and no timetable, so it's not going to look good. And yes, there we go. Achilles tendon. We don't know if it's Achilles though. Fall got his socks from the kids section. I think it's a look, Wayne. Wayne, listen, you played sport. You saw someone with socks that low, and you knew you can get after him. You're gonna run down a cleat down, or you boot down it for sure. To try to teach him a lesson. But he's playing against kids yesterday, so there's that happen. But I love that he's going for it too, and I don't care. Kids scored an amazing goal yesterday, so I love it. Big Buckeye goes on to say, a left-footed CB is worth weight in gold. Lefty can really open up the game when playing out from the back. No, he's great. You partner up with a right footer. I like it. Big Buckeye, good shout. 40 is 30 Is he 30? Yeah, he's 40. He's 30. How you doing, Dan? Remember, live times bingo. The start wasn't on my card. Sorry, random live times bingo. Hip Karma, I know you're coming in late. I apologize. I wanted to get earlier because I was sitting here. I saw that Crystal, who's in Florida, we were having they're going to have a hurricane about to hit him in a couple hours, and I was just like, I'll get it in, and just wanted to open it up. People want to talk, whatever. So I got it in early, just because I felt it would be inappropriate to do that during a storm. So that's why I'm early. Kelly Dave, check out FID interview with Barry Jones. I think he's the head of the WST. Hip Karma, how are you? There's the memberships, of course. These guys are awesome, and a bunch of legend. Wayne, did you get one too? Be sure to hit the like button. And again, what else? Okay, what else is going on? West Central Alabama, about an hour and a half south of Alabama, where plays football. Who just lost, by the way? Who just lost? Vanderbilt. I'm not. Is it not enough that you're chief? You're a chef, Nick Downey. Must be a gentleman as well. Of course he is. Sorry, I came in late, but I skipped a bunch of discussions to get caught up. I had no idea what I'm talking about at this point. You and me both, Kelly. You and me both. You and me both. All right. There's not much other news that really wanted to get to, other than we talked about the possible move of the game that's what Stockport game being postponed, and just the update and the update for the player ratings yesterday. But again, oh man, I don't know what we're going to do this weekend. What is it we're going to do this weekend? Oh, here you go. If anyone needs a football fix, Wales play Iceland on Friday. So 11:45 my time. Wales under 21 play Czech. In a qualifier on YouTube. Okay. I'll definitely be live this weekend. I will have the in-laws in here in the guest house. So we'll be hanging out with them. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to miss football this weekend. And I hate internationals. I really do. Worst case scenario, what we'll do is we'll play some EAFC together, which would be great. But I did drop a link in if people want to come in and say hi, but no one wants to take me up on any of that tonight. No one wants to do it. But it's all good. No one wants to talk to me. Hey, yeah, Josh, that's Vandy. Bell game is ugly with a capital U. Yep. And Crawley B. Shrewsbury should be a good laugh. Oh, what is that on Saturday? Checking. Is that on Saturday? Let me know. But yeah, I don't know if I'll have any bandwidth to do that, but we'll definitely get a show up for sure. All right, should we wrap it up there? If anyone else has anything to say, I didn't know. Of course, I dropped a link. I was going to wrap it up, but Hip Karma, you want to come say hi? I would love to do a watch along or something, just to get my mind off the hurricane. Kelly, you're more than welcome. You're more than welcome. Oh, you're talking about me? I would love to do a watch along. Kelly, I misread that. You would love me to do watch along. Okay, copy that. Copy that. Now I understand what you're saying. If I can, I will. Yeah, if I can, I will. Hey, Marie from SoCal. It wouldn't be as bad this summer as the summer, but surely withdrawal symptoms. Sure. No, well, Lexi, I was live every day. Lexi, we were doing TST tournaments, for God's sake. So yeah, and go hit on. That will make everyone feel better. Yeah, that's why I'm going to come on. I didn't want to just low energy of the show. I apologize. I just figured we just get together and just have a chat. Yes, do the watch. Kelly said, yes, do the watch line. Boss has spoken, or second boss has spoken. Hip Karma's in the house. I just figured we would just get together. Hello.
Hello, let me just
shut that guy up talking in the background.
I am trying. Give me a moment.
Who is that guy? He's terrible.
Some random. I don't know.
Rando. Oh my God. A random.
Hello.
Hi.
You sneak. I am here working away, and I thought I'm going to have 11 o'clock because it's 11 o'clock in the morning for me. I'm going to have 11 o'clock available. There's no meetings. I can sneak in. And there you were.
A snake or a sneak?
Sneak. I was going to sneak in.
Oh, okay.
I had no meetings booked, so I was notionally free of video conferences and teleconferences. How is everyone? What did I miss? I was so late. I was 25 minutes late.
Well, you were 25 minutes late. I was 2 hours early. As you know, what'd you miss? We were just talking about the potential of the Stockport game being pushed, and what it means for the squad. I kind of feel I'd rather not do that, but as we get, as we go up the leagues, it's probably going to happen a little bit more. So
Yes.
that was the initial conversation. But initially, why I came on earlier is because there's the storm that's coming, Milton, and I just figured we get on, have a chat, and I didn't feel it was appropriate to be on when that was happening here. So that's why I came on early.
That is entirely fair, and I did see Christine post in the Discord. Everybody, please join the Discord if you're not already. We are friendly, slightly chaotic. We don't bite. Our puppies don't bite either.
Yeah.
So please come in and join the Discord. Get thoughts and prayers with everybody who's in the impact zones.
Yeah.
And may it be a whole lot less than it's threatening to be.
I know. I mean, some of the stuff would just like get out or die. I'm like, okay. I don't know. I'm not a meteorologist, but I have some friends that are down there. Obviously, Christine, who's there, who's showing some videos. So hopefully, it's honestly, I hope the weather is wrong, but I'm not sure. I hope it's okay. How are you?
I am well. I'm really well, actually. I was, because I haven't really gotten on and commented in the last week. I was really excited to see the talent on display in the cup game. It was just really good to see how well most of them worked together. I was excited by it. I thought there were real moments of promise, and they seemed a lot more cohesive this match than the first match that we saw them in. So that was really encouraging. And I know a lot of people kind of went, Mofal didn't deserve that man of the match. For me, I think some people may have wanted to acknowledge how good he actually is after the, and I'm going to swear, after the absolute shitstorm of negativity that he was subjected to post the first game.
110%. Thank you for taking lips. Thank you for putting the words in my mouth. 100%. And I, to be fair, I gave him stick for his socks, all that stuff, and he's not doing this, doing that. I feel like we're looking for things to not like, which is so odd, And I was guilty of it as well too. I really was. And talk about a snowball. Sometimes you get into a meeting and like someone says something bad, or the pitch for a film or a pitch that happens for a movie, and like it just snowballs into something bad. That you work with people.
Yes.
There's that like people say like, oh yeah, you start looking for the bad things rather than the good things. Before you go, Welsh Techie just gifted super chat here for £5. Coffee and cake. We need it. I think he's asking you to make coffee and cake.
I do. Well, I do tend to do decaf coffee more than plain coffee, if you can forgive me, Welsh Techie. Yeah. And I'm mostly a tea girl. I actually have caffeine today because my body went, I'm a bit depleted of everything.
Yeah.
So give me actual caffeine.
Give it to me. Yeah.
Yes, very much. I was just looking at Welsh Techie's response. I saw his post-match interview with Mia and the other guys on the pitch before the official AFC interview, and that was a really good interview as well. I don't know if everybody else saw that one. He was so excited. He was talking so fast. There's a level of confidence and there's a level of genuine respect, appreciation, and excitement that he is working with these experienced strikers to get better. And I thought it incredibly telling in both of his interviews when he said, and it's good when I approach them and ask questions and they have tips. And to me, that says so much about our locker room versus clearly other locker rooms that he's been in and heard of.
I think in your interview, and I do see the super chats. I'll get to them in a second. I love you all. That's amazing. I'll get to that. I'll give you just in a second. I want to ask you about this hip karma. You said this about you can read your job. I don't want to call you out, but you did open it up to say you're like a life coach. You work with a lot of people. What I saw, and tell me how wrong I am or right, because I'd like to be right once in a blue moon, is you could see the happiness on his face. There's no bad, like he was so excited. The smile. I didn't see the interview after the match on the pitch, but when he sat and he was like looking, he's like, it was like a kid in a candy store, and he's 22, 21 years old. I mean, he was so happy. And you're right. I'm so happy for him. I'm so happy for him. And he says, fall interview post-match was a really positive player response. Yeah, there you go. Right?
It really was. It really was. And if you go back and have a look at that interview, and you can on the pitch, his body language, he was standing up, his shoulders were back, he was really confident. He wanted to speak so much that he spoke super fast.
Yeah.
And he just wanted to get it out. And clearly for him, there is this kind of fate, or it's meant to be aspect with him scoring his first goal ever, league goal at the race course, and then his first for Wrexham at the race course. And so he's thrilled, and he's clearly on his way now. He's gotten that monkey off his back.
Yep.
And I am so excited for him.
But I don't know if you can see that. That is our future right there. This right here. These two. That is our future.
So good.
Yeah.
So good. I was
which I love.
So pleased with them.
I'm so pleased with them too. And I feel like, we saw a glimpse of the future there too. So coffee and cake, we need it. Well, Shecky, I don't know if you're gonna make it for us. Kelly David says, because while Shecky is so inspiring, I need to do something. Kelly, you do so much, as you know, you're fantastic.
She does. She's awesome.
Yeah. And hold on, one more thing here I wanted to get to. Frankie S, apparently I hit the catchphrase pretty good. So I got people on. So Frankie S says, Ashfield does a thing in volleyball. It's named ready position. It's ready. It's body ready, moving, exaggerated. But sorry, let me read. Ashfield does a thing in volleyball. It's named ready position. His body ready to move. It's exaggerated, but great to see. Dalby misses this from his game, but Dalby is good on his feet and as same as run. So I don't know if you can follow that, but I understand what he's trying to say. And he's saying ready position. So I think, you agree with that. So Dalby and Rafal, I'm not even the same league at this point for me.
Agreed. I'll agree with that. I love Ashfield. He has so much promise, and he is the future of the club, and I love the way he's being brought forward. And you've got to remember, he's only a year or so younger than Max. So again, the future of the club is becoming really solid there. Mm-hmm. And he is alert, and he is always up for it. I can't remember who I was listening to.
Was it Smart? It was Smart. It was definitely me.
I didn't get that.
That's Siri. Siri is telling you to try again.
Yeah. Literally, Siri is calling me out. She's like, no. Apple is like, shut that guy up. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
But what was the observation that was made, and I think it's really good, and a lot along the lines of what Frankie said, is that unlike a lot of players that can be out there for their contract and just being out there, Ashfield's out there actively seeking the ball.
Yeah.
He is always alert. He's always on ready, and he is out there looking for the ball, looking to create opportunities. He's not just there, I'm here and I'm good and I'm being paid a lot.
Yeah. Well, he's probably not playing shit. And to be fair, I played with players on a soccer pitch. So I say soccer because I played soccer on a football soccer pitch, and on the basketball on basketball courts. And you can just see he's got a little something special about him. You can see it. And I saw it over the summer too. So it's very, very impressive for a young man. And that's stuff you don't teach. That's just instinctive. Where you're just like, wow, you can't. Those are intangibles. I would say those are the intangibles that make people like great players. So we got a good one on our hands. Michael Wolf goes on to say, agree, young and full of promise. And Nikki D says, I'm an Earl Grey or coffee with oat milk, maple syrup myself. I mean, that is fall stuff right there.
I love an Earl Grey myself. I love an Earl Grey, no milk. I will have my Earl Grey. No. As it comes.
No. You're wrong.
I love you, and everyone is allowed to their opinion, and you're allowed to be wrong. It is entirely all right.
Your wrong is outdoing my wrong? Like you're just trumping my wrong? Like you're just like going over it, right? You're just
No, everyone's entitled to their opinion, and you are entitled to be wrong. And I'm entitled, in my opinion, to believe that you're wrong. That doesn't mean that either of us are, though.
I love you. It's so good. I will. She talked me out of it. She's probably right. I don't. What am I talking about? Welsh Techie says, watch as he comes off, meaning Mo Fall, when being substituted. The reaction of Stephen Fletcher, the real old head loving a young talent, and then he said, "Yeah, hour 54 minutes 20 seconds into the full game video on the Wrexham website. Fletcher is so pleased with ball. I have to watch the second half of it too. So yeah, he did it. Awesome.
He did. It was so lovely to see just the genuine excitement from the, as you said, old heads, the experienced strikers, just being so thrilled for him. And that's one of the reasons why I continue to say that whilst some people thought that, oh, we don't need Fletch for this season, we do, in terms of coaching that young talent, bringing them along and creating the culture and environment that they know is good. So this is what good looks like on and off the pitch.
Yep.
And let me help you be that.
Let me help you be that. By the way, this is the iFollow. Awesome. I just tried to look it up. That is iFollow. Thank you very much. There you go.
Yeah, 5 days typically. We have to wait on iFollow to get the full replay.
Yeah, whatever that means on iFollow, that's what I have. So awesome. Great. There we go. I'll check that out whenever it comes out, Techie. Let me see it. Well, I noticed a big smile on Reese says, I'm Fletcher's base. I see welcome fall off the pitch. There you go. I can't wait to watch it. Frankie S says, Hip Karma is such a knowledgeable member of the community as the negative messages to Mo are so not called for when I cross the line. I agree 150%. Hip Karma can articulate when fans cross the line and critique. Yeah, well, that's why she's, a very impressive woman. And just told me I don't like Earl Grey for the reasons I should. I'm kidding. Yeah, but take that on. I agree with it 100%. You won't pat yourself on the back, so we should. There you go, Hip Karma. How's that?
Thank you so much, Frankie. Yes, I really appreciate it. Thank you, guys and girls.
And gals.
I do love this community.
No, very, very special thing we're building here. Bruce is in the house. What's going on, Bruce? And that is a cricket hat, by the way. Just want to make it. What did he call me? A dote the other night? A dote? I don't know what he called me. He called me something, but I love it. Bruce says, so it was a 6:45 version of 8 p.m. Oh, well, time to call my wife. I'm confident it was a great show. Bruce, I don't know. Hip Karma, can you explain?
Bruce, you weren't alone, but he's done it out of respect for the emergency weather conditions in the US and wants to make sure that everyone was included and not disrespect people who may be in danger. So I forgave him for that. Yep. This time, the time that he started was not on my bingo card either. However, I have decided to grow past that and just embrace the change.
Yeah, embrace the change. They're literally doing alerts. The governor's doing something right now. It's literally about to hit, and I just figured we'd just get on here and, if we could talk, we could talk. So, Bruce, I apologize. I do apologize. Hip Karma forgives me. Maybe someday you will too. Maybe in about 2 minutes. Josh, you can't mix milk with a lemon flavor. Earl Grey. Everyone.
You can put some sugar in it if you really need to.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Or some sweetener.
What's the tips? What's the one tips? I don't even know. I have to switch to something.
PJ Tips.
PJ Tips. There you go.
PJ Tips is normal black tea.
Yeah, well, Welsh Techie has it right there. As long as there's brandy in it, it's all good. I mean, hot toddy all day. I'm all day hot toddy. Hot toddy all day. Full match up of Wrexham, Wolverhampton Wanderers on iFollow in record time. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Is it already up somewhere, Marie? Because I didn't see it. Did you refresh your page, Josh?
Let me refresh. I just did it. This is what I'm looking at. There we go. Where? That's the October 8th, highlights.
There it is.
Yeah, watch. Oh, there we go. Okay, there it is.
Awesome. So what time was it that Welsh Cheeky or Bruce was talking about? 1:24.
Yes.
1 hour 54 minutes 20 seconds.
Yeah. Okay. I will go to that. I can't do it now because we'll get dinged, but I will do that. I'll do that so we get off. It's live in the UK. It's live here now. Absolutely. Yeah.
Lovely.
Lovely
I'm
job.
looking forward to rewatching that. I might have missed the first 20 minutes of that game because when my alarm went off at ridiculous o'clock, I looked at it and thought, why is that alarm on? And went back to sleep. And then I remembered, it was like, awake, be awake.
Be awake, be awake. Amazing. Anything else you want to touch on? Like I said, it was just like more of a casual today.
My only comment is I think for me, the break is going to be really beneficial for the team. They can just reinforce, get their wellness increased. And as I think one of was it the coach that was interviewed after the Wolves said, spend more time getting Mullen fit. Just get him more match ready.
Yeah, Adam Jones.
Yes, something like that.
Yeah, Adam Jones. Can you do what I can do? I don't think so, Glenda. I don't think so. Mull's looked good yesterday. I'm impressed with what he did. And I think him. The only thing I thought was disjointed was their runs they made. Him and Mo made runs. They don't know each other's cadence. They'll go front post, back post. They'll go behind. Try to put. That's the only which is fine. I'm fine with that. But they'll learn that. They'll learn the cadences. Which is why Parkinson likes playing Palmer and Mulls together, or Palmer and Jan. So fine with that. But I'm very impressed with that yesterday. We saw a little bit of the future yesterday. I think
we did. For me. And I don't know if anyone else saw it. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But I thought I saw, Mullen talking to Mo, and I think Mo mentioned it in one of them, just, helping him position, letting him know the way he operates. They'll learn it. Mm-hmm. They will.
Yeah.
We've got to remember this is just his second match for us. It's his second time on the pitch.
Yeah.
And look what he's turned around and done.
Mm-hmm.
And clearly he wanted so much that first game to come out and make an impression, and he just overdid it. And bless his heart, and he wanted to do that. And clearly he's been told this time, calm down, slow it down, take your time, and he has.
Yeah.
See, yes, thank you, Glenda.
Yeah, there you go. By the way, here we go. We're bringing another Aussie connection in here. There you go.
Hey there.
Hey. Hi. How you doing, Wayne? Well, I'm trying to hear it. See, we got you there. Hi. How you doing? What are your thoughts? Welcome. Can you hear it? I don't know if you can hear us.
How are you?
There you go. Gotcha.
Hey there, Wayne.
Mm-hmm. Good to see you, brother.
Happy birthday for tomorrow.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. That is awesome. What are you up to?
Yeah, it's a bit of a delay, I think.
Yep, we'll take into the combination. There you go. What are your thoughts? Hip Karma's making a lot of sense. I was not. We're talking about Mo. We're talking about the game yesterday.
So I've got a massive delay going on here.
Okay. You want to pop out and come back in? Pop out and come back in.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah. I mean,
it's always good to get, an experienced professional sports person's opinion as well.
Yes. I mean, he's, the knowledge in his interview with Ken, it was fantastic. Just, when you play professional sport, I mean, any high level, as you know, anything, there's a difference of opinion of just like, when you're in it, it's different. We always have the outside looking in. We, for fans, we kick every ball. When it's your job, things are different. When you're behind the curtain and anything, things are a little bit different. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Oh, totally. Mm-hmm. Totally. And it's that cycle of being that fresh young face and the new starter, and then moving through and seeing the new starters come back up. I would love to hear Wayne's opinion of how you grow that talent, how you care for them within a team to help make them the best that they can be, particularly when, as he said in his interview, they didn't have all of the supports when he did it that they have now. Mm-hmm. But still, these are just young men and sometimes teenagers that need to suddenly be cultivated.
Think about this, right? And let's think of the mentality of them. Think about what it's like to be a young 21, 22-year-old, and think about what's going on, what you hear about Wrexham last, because now it's built up. Everyone knows about it, no matter what it is. You know, to go and play for this club, it's like playing for a Premier League club. I'm not saying we're a Premier League club now. What I'm saying is the hype. You want to be, if you get the opportunity to want to be into this thing that we're building. You want to make an impression. You want to make your mark, but it's also very hard to do that. But also, it's like I feel like it's almost like a dream. I don't know. Yeah. It's like a dream. Sorry, I was talking and I'm trying to bring Wayne back in. Hey, Wayne, how are you? Oh no, you hear us?
Good, mate. How are you?
Good. We'll deal with the delay. Have your say. What are your thoughts? I think Hip Karma and I were talking about Mo coming on yesterday and playing, and Mo's chatting with him. What are you thinking? I don't know. Do you have Hip Karma or no?
I've got him. I'm just waiting for the response.
It's going to be too confusing.
Oh shit! I totally want to say. Kelly goes on to say, sorry to cut you off. I apologize. I agree with everything Kip Karma and others are saying about the support of Mo. I just think Ford deserved man of the match more than he could and use the support of the fans since he hasn't even been the name of the squad. There's something to that. There's something moral to that. So can I just say this out of my stupidity because I didn't watch the whole game? How 40 was involved for sure. Was he that much more impressive?
So for me, and I didn't watch the whole game either, I missed the first 20 minutes. For me, yes, there were a couple of other players, or at least three, who could equally have been named man of the match. 40 did have a great game. He had such a good game, and I do love 40. Yep. I hope he gets back in. I was commenting on Mo mostly because, there was still negativity coming towards this young guy who's trying so hard and is so excited and clearly has a great talent. It just needs to be developed into this team and how this team performs.
Do you think? Here we go. This is what's going to work. I know what's going to work. There we go. Sorry, but I agree. Do you think there's more to that? This one's going to work, Wayne. I third time's a charm.
Okay.
Yes, I told you. There it is.
Woohoo!
Somehow your voice is still coming through on a delay after I talk. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, you talk. We'll listen. How's that? Tell us what you think about the Mo and about Mo yesterday.
Okay. I've forgotten what I was going to say by now after all that. Young blokes. So, the apprehension to use young blokes over there. I'm not sure if it's a technical thing or yeah. This delay is crap.
Keep going.
I don't know. And I'm not. Yeah, a technical thing. Like my sport was a lot more physical. We throw young blokes in, no worries. Like if you're old enough, you're good enough, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. Can you see that chat? Said, tell Wayne to close the YouTube video in the background. Yeah. He's probably still got it on. That's probably it. Okay. Nikki D's on it.
I love that we have text.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yep.
There we go. Nick, did you just come through?
Is that better?
That is better. We got you. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Yeah. Nick, what? Hey now.
Okay. Sorry, I forgot about the YouTube in the background thing.
All this technology is crazy.
Yeah, I know. I'm a caveman.
Yeah. So good. All right. So here's the deal. I want to talk about Mo because I feel like my Kramer brought up a good point where he's getting too much stick for the first time coming in, and you saw it like him coming on and scoring a goal. We haven't seen much of him. What's it like as a young player coming in and trying to make an impression on a squad like that?
I'm sorry, mate. Now I can hardly hear.
Oh shit!
Jeez, sorry, buddy.
Okay.
Not very good TV, is it?
No, who cares? We're all family here. Doesn't matter.
Anyway, I can just hear. Yeah, I don't even know what I'm talking about now. I don't know. In our case, if you spend that much money on people, like they're pretty much going straight into your team. I'm not sure how much they spend on everyone that was already there.
Yeah.
But I don't know. You just can't get better unless you're playing.
I agree.
You can train and train and train, but games are the only thing that hone your skills properly, and you know it's the only way to improve on the run is training helps. The pose sessions helps. I heard Lexi yesterday asking about how do they practice their passing better, so they're not getting intercepted, and that's probably going to be more opposed sessions where you're actually playing against people in training. It's probably the only way you can really practice that. Drills would help, but people just need more game time. I know he's played so many games, but people would be still getting frustrated being left on the sidelines. I think I need a question more than anything.
Well,
I don't know really. I really don't know where I'm going with this.
No, you make sense. You got one?
So actually, one of the questions I have, Wayne, is how important do you think it is to have those elder, more experienced players in the locker room and on the team helping these younger guys? I mean, these younger guys might have all the talent in the world. They don't have experience. I didn't get that. Sorry, that's my secret.
Yeah, it's a bit like life in general and work and occupations. Like, there's no substitute for experience. It's like everybody knows when they're 18 years old, they think they know everything in the world, and 20 years later you realise you knew nothing. Sport's a bit like that too. Older players are good for keeping younger players' heads level, bringing them back down to earth. They're not. A young bloke might be a superstar to everyone else, but they're just an older player's young workmate. They don't see, so they'll say things to their face to keep them in line. So that so their head doesn't get too big. Because if your head starts getting too big, that's when bad stuff happens. You probably stop working so hard. You stop doing all the things that got you there in the first place.
Marcus Rashford is a perfect example of that at Manchester United. He's not interested. He's not interested anymore. I have a question about the coaching. Hip karma for you and for Wayne. As you noticed, the last couple of games, Parkinson has not done the post-game interviews. He's passed those on. What do we make of that?
I love it. I think from my perspective, one of the approaches that he could be using, because I'm not in his brain, is that he wants for people to see that there are a team of coaches supporting the team on the field, on the pitch, that it takes more than one person to build the community and to let these people have their time to shine. That's my opinion. I'd love to hear Wayne's. Oh, or not.
Wayne was going to say, no, we got to get him Starlink. I'm going to get him Starlink. Hit between him, me at the desert house, and Aaron. We got to give him Starlink.
We do. But I was actually really pleased to see different faces. I mean, Parky still did, pre-game commentary, at least on the Wrexham AFC site.
Yep.
He did the pre-game. But to give the other people opportunity to shine and to talk, I think that is a positive choice. Again, from that whole man management perspective.
I don't think it's by accident, but I don't think it's like braggadocious. Like I'm trying to do it to make a point. I think it's like just out of pure honesty.
That is better.
All right, there you go. You got it?
We're rocking now.
Okay. All right,
we're rocking now.
Yeah,
I can hear you now.
All right, perfect. The question was, Parkinson, have you noticed that he's been allowing his other coaches to do interviews? What do you make of that? Why is he doing it? And Hip Karma had her say, which was far more prolific than I would have said. What are you thinking there?
Sorry, I missed all of Hip Karma's response.
It was brilliant.
Yeah, it usually is.
Yeah.
Who was the bloke they had yesterday?
Something Adams. Hold on, look it up. Steve Adams, I think. He's a first team coach.
Okay. I don't know. I suppose it's a bit like the playing group.
David Jones. David
Jones Locker. I suppose it's like the playing group. They got to share the love around and make everyone feel like they're appreciated. And I suppose doing an after-match interview would make you feel pretty appreciated by your boss, Parky, and the club.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose it just helps everybody keep motivated, because the off-field staff's got to be just as motivated as the on-field staff. Everyone.
Right.
The office staff's got to be motivated. The marketing team's got to be motivated. Your scouts have got to be motivated. Everyone's,
Mm-hmm.
So, it's just little cherries on top for people. They get their face on TV, and, people like that stuff.
That's kind of what I thought too. It's more of like, a mental thing. Like everyone loves to be appreciated for the hard work, but not make it obvious. Does that sound in anything?
Yes.
So it's a bit of a maybe acknowledgement. It's a way of showing their acknowledgement of the work they're doing.
Yeah.
It's a little like a present.
Nikki D says, "Giving everyone their chance to shine," and that's right. And speaking of that chance to shine, I react. Say again?
It's probably media. It's a little bit of media training for him. If his future is in coaching,
mm-hmm.
It's a little bit of media practice for him. And it's a good club will try and improve a person's life off the field as well as on the field. Help them in a future career, or set, like the owners do with some of the businesses the players have got going.
Mm-hmm.
A good club should be trying to make a person better. By the time, a better person when they left than what they got there.
Yeah, I agree. I did like Michael Wolf's comment that you had posted up earlier as well. And it's important to note, he's only sending the other coaches out when we win. He's doing any losses.
Yeah, so he'll take it on his shoulders.
Yeah. Well, that's a mark of a leader, isn't it?
It really is.
Yeah. You just made a good comment there, Wayne, and Hip Karma too, probably in more of your work, also in your work. In your world, every good boss expects their employees to move on. But the other ones don't. I'm getting that completely wrong twice tonight, by the way. What do you know what I'm talking about? Like every boss expects their good employees to move on at some point.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
And that's you develop them in order that you no longer become necessary. That they either want to move on because you're not moving,
mm-hmm.
and other people want to headhunt them. So you grow people, and within the context of it's no longer called servant leadership, but it used to be called servant leadership. Servant leadership is the model where you empower your team to go and do things. So you give them the responsibility, you give them the tools and the training to go and do it. When they succeed, you identify them for their success.
Yeah.
So Jim did a great job. Look what happened. Our team achieved this. Jim led that. He was awesome. When we lose, when there's a fail, the leader comes out. I did that. We could have done that better. And that's what Parky's doing. And I love that he's doing that. So that's why I really appreciated Michael Wolff calling that out, because it's true. I hadn't thought of it, but it's true when I thought back on it.
Yeah. I look at, 10 games in now. They said this was the benchmark. I think you might have touched on it yesterday, but 10 games in, how are we assessing ourselves? I feel, Wayne, do you think we're punching above our weight, or do you think where's the mindset right now? Do you get the benchmark, set the new goal, right? Set it into different categories as far as what they're doing as a club, as the management team, and what they're telling the players now. What's the next step? 10 games in, second point. What's that next step? What's the goal?
I don't think we're punching above our weight. I think we're right in the mix, right where we should be. They've had a few reality checks recently. That could be just a little bit of not being 100% on their game the last couple of weeks either, having their little bit of a downer time. They'll probably, after the win last weekend and then the game yesterday, they'll probably be firing by the time they come back next time. They've had their downer time, they'll freshen up. I think they are exactly where they should be. The thing I regret is I think they probably went the form that Bolton showed after when we played them. We probably paid them too much respect at Bolton.
I agree.
The form they were in, we probably could have done a job on them if we, And the most valuable win of the season, when you look at the table, before the last 2 or 3 matches, maybe not the last, especially the last 2 or 3 before that, if you swapped our win with Wickham over, they would have been sitting in second all that time, and we would have been 8th and 6th and 5th. So that was a big win against Wickham, the way the ladder is at the moment. Might make a lot of difference at the end of the season, but that's the win if you look at the ladder, if we'd have lost that game and they'd have got 3 points, they'd be doing a Wrexham this year. So Wickham would be. So it was a pretty valuable win. But I thought, in hindsight, the game against Bolton, because everyone was a little bit, how are we going to go at the time, was maybe the second match. And we had a 0-0 draw. That big fullback of theirs,
Santos.
Yeah. Bloody just was a pain in the ass for Marriott all day that day. But I think that's maybe a few points there's 2 points that might have slipped our grasp. We were on fire at the time. And we just might have paid them a bit too much respect.
Even the league, too much respect. I think
Go ahead. Yeah, there's a couple of other things I've wanted to talk about. When Scar was coming in, you read his article about being frustrated, and you're worried about him in the dressing shed and that. Sometimes it's not what you read, it's what you don't read. Like the devil's in the detail. He could have been directly asked a question: "Are you frustrated?" So how else is he going to answer it? I am a bit frustrated. That's the only way you can answer it. But I'm still being positive. And then the other one was, you're a bit worried because he spoke up in the dressing shed at his last. Now, I remember when he first signed, somebody had got a fan from that club on a podcast. And it wasn't just him that spoke up. This is the thing that I've never heard again. There was actually 4 players who spoke up against that coach.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like the coach was the cancer at that club. All 4 were stood down indefinitely. who all would have apparently been in their starting team until the coach got the sack. The next coach came along. They're all back in the team. The team come good again. So it wasn't just Dan Scarr that was the lone voice in that dressing shed. There was 4 players that went to that, you know. So sometimes the way we're judging people so early, players, I made a joke about Mo before, but I like making jokes. That's just about his socks. That's nothing. But, geez, maybe there should be some sort of cutoff, like 1,000 league minutes or something before you make a call. Like in different games, in different scenarios, different situations, different opponents. Like it's hard to make a call on how good someone is after you've seen them once or twice in a team they're trying to fit into. Yeah,
I think, for lack of better words, we're waiting for him to blow our socks off. You know.
Yeah. But it's hard enough to get to where they are, to beat all the kids they've had to beat throughout their life and all the other people, and then just walk straight in and kick ass somewhere in your first.
Yeah,
you
could tell
some people get lucky and do it, but most people don't. It takes a little while to.
Not everyone's Wayne Rooney. But Hip Karma, I wanted to bring up this Dan Scarr thing. I thought Wayne just brought up some really interesting shots about Dan Scarr. By the way, Glenda Brewster agrees with Wayne before you get in there. And Nikki D says, go back about his boss. I think it's my favorite boss who always said to me, if you're not always training your replacement, you're not doing your job.
That's it.
They don't hand out many gold watches these days.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
But the Scarr thing we found, Wayne made a really interesting like note about Scarr, because he did say several things twice in.
He was asked.
He was asked. Yes,
it was the question. He did not go out there and say, "I'm unhappy and I'm a bit frustrated, but it's all good." No, he was directly asked, and given his personality, from what we have learnt in his previous club, I would expect and hope that Dan Scarr would be honest, upfront, with some social media training. And that's what he was. He didn't lie. Yes, it's a little bit frustrating. Yes, I would love to be on the pitch. That's all honest. And you would expect that of a high-quality professional.
Yep.
And then he says, but how can I go to the gaffer and say, put me on, when the guys are doing so well? So he was honest, open, and he showed media savvy, because he turned around and said, but why would I and how can I? So I will support until I'm given my opportunity. And that's essentially what he said. And what else would you expect from someone? My concern has become sometimes that we expect Stepford players, like Stepford wives. They come out, they're perfect, they're robotic, they do their thing, they go. Everyone on that field is a person with their own story, their own experiences, their own fears, their own hopes and desires. And they are all going to go out there and give 100% that they can give on that day, wherever their headspace is. And that's something that I think we really should all keep in mind. When people say, oh, he could have done this and he should have done that, and why isn't he doing this? He's doing the best that he knows how at that point in time. And it might not be as good as he was playing 2 weeks ago. It might be better. But we don't know their stories. We don't know what they're going through. But it's pretty clear for someone who is like Ashfield. Ashfield has the advantage over Mo Farl in that he's come up through the academy. He knows these guys. He's been playing with them on and off, or seen them for years. And he's been playing with them closely for a good few months. So he has that experience. He went over, he did the summer tour with them. These are all advantages that someone like Mo Farl or Josh Adam, who we have yet to see, don't have. And they need time to learn and integrate. Remember Jack Marriott saying earlier this season that it made such a difference when he went on the summer tour with them and they bonded, because coming into such a tight team, even though they're welcoming, is a hard thing to do.
Yeah, thick as
And you
thieves.
want to impress.
Yeah, it's
I
hard.
mean, we're seeing Mullen do what JM was doing last January. We are seeing him desperately try to make goals in the league and to make that impression. And once he does, he will hit his stride and he will get better. Does that mean he needs and deserves to be on the pitch before Marriott at the moment? No. But it's going to be healthy for both of them, I think, that they have that competition and performance in the near future.
That's a really good shout, too. Before we get to that, Kelly says, I think the part of the problem with the $590,000 fee from Mo, although I really like the transparency, sometimes I think fans and players are better off when fans don't know what the players are cost. Well, the more we go up, the more we're going to know for there. But I think you're right. And I think Hip Karma, and going back to that point, I had said before, Wayne, that I think that, by the way, great point, Hip Karma, lovely. I think that JM and Moles have completely switched roles mentally. You know, someone, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, Moles will get his confidence back.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
I think it's going to be a healthy competition for both of them when he does. But at this point, and I think it was an observation you guys made a couple of days ago, it's that this season we have the advantage of JM.
Oh my God.
When Miles is off sick.
Yeah.
We have that advantage. It has been, Michael, I think he barely smiled because he really would have preferred that to be a league goal and not a cup goal. Like, why am I not doing this in a cup match, in a league match?
Those goals really mean nothing, really, except for you.
Yeah. Wayne, how is Parkinson going to manage this with JM and Mulls? What's he going to do? What do you anticipate happening? Touch wood, no outside stuff. I don't want to use the I word, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Well, in a perfect world, they'd both be on the field kicking ass and scoring goals, and it'd solve everybody's problem, wouldn't it? I don't know. Sometimes you just got to make ways to accommodate your best players. Like, I don't know. Everyone just seems so zoned in on positions, and when the ball's rolling around on the field and everyone's chasing after it, it's as long as you got your two best strikers on the field at the same time. It's a bit like Dobbs channeling all, not PC, talking about how they've only got Dobson to channel the ball through the middle, so other teams know that. If that's your one, like you said, they're just going to pick off all these runners and like that. But if you've got two or three ball players, or you would call them a playmaker, like a halfback in our game, I don't know. You've got to have options all over the field. If you had two or three blokes doing Dobson's job in the middle of the field, the defenders wouldn't know where the ball was going, when it's going there, who they're going to kick it to, because you've got Mullen and Marriott up there as targets. I'm like I said, I don't know soccer, but I don't know.
You sound not like you do, though.
It's players and it's play. There's principles of trying to make gaps and holes, and
sure,
the more people you got in motion, the more defenses get confused and snap decisions had to be made, and someone makes the wrong decision in defense and someone makes the right decision in attack, and in half a second, that's how things happen. Like, it's everything's so quick on the field. You don't I don't know. You got to have more threats. If you don't, the more threats you have, the more confused. Like, the more big names you got in your team, the more players they're going to concentrate on, and probably not pay so much attention to your let's say lesser players who aren't really lesser players. They just don't have as big a name, and then they're going to do the sneaky behind their back because they're still good players, because everyone's concentrating on all the big names. They take their eye off everyone else. It's in gridiron, you got, when you have your line, and there's blokes running this way and that way, you're trying to confuse the opposition defense. you know, they don't know if the ball's going to the running back or the wide receiver or the quarterback's going to run on his own. There's all sorts of things can happen. But if you've only got one playmaker in the middle, Dobson, and everyone's trying to get the ball to him and then he's deciding where it goes, well, I don't know. I think you got to open up more options. You got to have more options, more playmakers. Playmakers in every game are the ones who make stuff happen.
I still feel like we have not seen our best team on the field yet. So definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've been on for 90 minutes tonight.
Sorry about that.
No, this is great. No, this is fantastic. Hip Karma's dog needs to get fed, I'm sure. All right, so here's my question.
It was not my dog. I was on mute.
Is that your dog?
I had 3 dogs around my feet, so I put myself on mute.
Oh, wow. Wayne, do you have a dog with you?
I got 2 dogs here.
Let me see. Show us your doggies.
Hang on, I'll have to go for a walk.
Oh, here you go. I love it.
That's it.
While he's walking, Hip Karma, are you guys close to each other? Oh my days! Look at the doggies.
No, we are more than 12 hours drive away.
What are their names?
That's the dad, and that's the son.
Really?
Yeah.
Aww. What kind of dogs are those?
He's 3 and he's 1. Yeah. Who knows? Bit of cattle dog, maybe a bit of dingo. Who knows? They're Aussie dogs. They're Aussie dogs. That's what I have for breakfast every morning. I have a dingo's breakfast. Get outside and go outside and have a piss and a scratch and a look around. That's a dingo's breakfast.
Hip Karma, you have to break that one down for me, Hip Karma. I mean, I'm a can you help me out?
I think Wayne has demonstrated that sometimes people acquire the pets that reflect themselves. So they've bonded closely. They are a pack, and their behaviours reflect each other. Would that be fair, Wayne?
Yep, they're me mates. The pup's actually my daughter's, and I can't go anywhere near my daughter. Actually, he's fine when she's not around, but I can't get near her when he's very protective of her. But yeah, no, they're cool dogs. Their names are Diesel and Patch.
Love it.
That is amazing. I'll tell you this. So this is what I love about the show. Like today, I kicked off the show. It's like thinking about what's going on down in Florida. Figure we just get on and have a chat. I will say this, and I love meeting the people that we do in this community and what we're doing. Just kind of just getting people off into a little bit of a conversation and just talking and meeting fantastic people and getting their minds off certain things because you're thinking about other things. So this has been fantastic. And Hip Karma, Wayne, and everyone else in the chat for that matter. Thank you. It helps me out more than you guys know, guys and gals know. So awesome. I hope it helps everyone out too.
That's cool. Thanks, Josh. I had a rain day here today, so I'm not working, and the show was about to stop, so there's nothing else to do today. So I thought I'd jump on and say happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Wayne. I'm glad you came on. I'm glad you and Hip Karma. Anyway, I always do. It's good to see you. We gotta connect more. And Wayne and Hip Karma are always welcome on. You guys come on the post show, but we'll have you on during the week more.
I need to go away and practice how to articulate stuff a bit better. I think.
You and me both. You and me.
Yeah.
That's why I had Hip Karma on, so she can help me out articulate.
See balance. She's the balance.
Yeah.
It's more like being awake for your morning shows. You've got to remember, Josh, your morning shows are about 4 a.m. for us, so it doesn't tend to happen.
I'm sorry. We try to produce good content for it that it works, but I understand that. But Nikki D says that's how my parents' dog are, Wayne. If I try to hug them, they growl and they want to eat me. Laugh out loud. Yorkie and Mini Dachshund. Yeah, Dachshund.
It's okay when the owner's not around, but when the owner's around, it gets a bit protective.
I had a Neapolitan Mastiff, and he was 140 pounds of pure muscle, and I didn't lock my doors because I knew no one was coming in. Absolutely.
Yeah. Cattle dogs pick their one person, and if you're that one person, Yeah, they just like to be with that one person all the time.
Yeah.
They'll tolerate everyone else, but they only care about that one person, really. Yeah.
Jimbo Longworth says, "Don't think Moles wanted to celebrate too much, given it was Academy side." I don't know. Hip Karma, you think that's right?
Look, that could be fair. That could be fair. And that's, yes, that could also be fair. I do think it's important to remember that this cup was set up mostly for academy sides and for them to get practice. And so I love the fact that our second 11, for want of a better description, got a chance to get out, have a run, and play together to get that cohesion, to learn more about the styles of how each other plays. And clearly they are learning, because it was much smoother this time around.
Well, progression. And I think, exactly what we need. We need a progression. I think we did exactly what we needed to do in this thing.
Yeah.
I'm not sure when the FA Cup starts. Does anyone know that? Wayne or Carmen? You don't when
No,
I don't know.
I'm sure about the FA Cup.
That'll be good. Hopefully, but I think that we're all building toward something there. But I'm loving where we're at now. But I'll let Hip Karma. You're off to sorry. Let me rephrase this. You guys are 12 hours away on a drive.
More than. I'm in Canberra. And are you on the sunny coast or the Goldie?
I drove down that way a couple of weeks ago, Hip Karma, to Manildra, not quite as far as Canberra. I drove there and back in one day, 1,900 Ks in 22 hours.
So you lived on caffeine, did you?
1,200 miles, I think. Sorry?
You lived on some caffeine then, did you, Wayne?
Oh, yeah, I love my caffeine. Yeah. No, so Canberra, would be about 12 hours. Not PC, I'm only about 30 or 40 minutes from him. He's at Logan, I heard him say. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
And where's Ken?
But,
Oh, is not PC a Logan boy?
Yeah. I heard him say that the other day. Ken's up past Caboolture. So I'm sort of half an hour to get to Brisbane, and you've got to get through Brisbane, and you've got to go about another half an hour past Brisbane to get to Ken's. He's up towards the Sunshine Coast.
So where are you?
Yeah. I'm at Carolee near Ipswich.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
I lived out Forest Lake Way for a while. But they're all up there. It's just as well I'm going to move up there again in the next few years. Really, it is. We'll be dangerous then. Look out. There'll be a local pundit community there. There'll be a hub.
Little Wrexham tribe in Brisbane.
There will indeed be.
Yeah.
It's already there. You guys are crushing. I think we have more Aussies on this channel than anyone else. It's definitely, it's amazing.
Per capita, you do.
For sure. Yeah, for sure. Amazing. All right, let's let everyone get out of here. Great to see you both. Hip Karma gets to the H. I understand. Hip Wayne, I'm glad you came on too, man. Good to see you.
Thanks, mate. It's going to be a while before the next game, so
yeah.
I'll have to get some work done around the house this weekend.
All right, we'll get you in. Too
easy. All right. Thank you. Bye, everyone. Happy birthday again, Josh.
Thank you, Wayne. On that bombshell. Yeah, love Wayne.
Before we drop the bombshell, yes, I do want to wish you a happy birthday, but I made the wild assumption that you will be on your birthday.
Okay. All right. I will be on tomorrow for sure.
Are you? Because if not, I will wish you a wonderful and joyous birthday and an amazing birthday year.
I will be on tomorrow for sure. But thank you. I'll take that in Aussie time for you. I take it Aussie time for you. Thank you.
Awesome. And on that bombshell.
On that bombshell. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Good to see you, Carl. Bye. How does everyone know it's my birthday? I must have said it at some point. I'm sure I did. I'm by myself. I'm literally talking to you as if I'm by myself. What's going on here? Glenda, thank you very much. Happy birthday. It's tomorrow. My birthday's tomorrow. I will be 40. I'll be 45 years old. There you go. What are you going to do? You can't hide your birthday, right? Thank you, Glenda. Mercy. Nikki D says, it looks like November 2nd is the first round of proper epic. Okay. That's my dad's birthday. And I need to study a map of Australia so I can know where these cities are. Ruth H, from your lips to God's ears. And I'm glad we connected on Discord too. That was really nice. Now I can put the words to the face and everything, and cute dogs. You had really beautiful dogs. And happy birthday. Thank you. Tomorrow's the birthday. All right. So I said I was going to come on and do just a short one tonight. I am so full of shit. But I wanted to come on early, and I was more concerned about just the fact that getting on and just having people have a conversation. I'm just, there's more things going on in the world in regards to, football, but at least we can have a chat and talk. And the hurricane stuff is disturbing. I have some friends on there too. And Christine, who's in our community, please, thoughts and prayers out to them too. So, it's going to hit in a little bit. Anyways, but I appreciate everyone for coming in. And Welsh Checkie's still awake. Legend. Welsh. I think I've talked to Welsh Techie like once or twice, man. He's an absolutely he's a great guy. I love you too, man. That's awesome. Legend. But thank you. And thank you. Listening to you and watching hurricane coverage. If I were these, I wouldn't be standing in the water with all the snakes and gators and float. No, I'm watching. I think I'm watching the same coverage as you. But and I'm watching I flipped back to the Yankees game too. Unbelievable. But these people are just be safe. That's all I care about is people being safe. That's it. Well, and Hip Karma, great to catch up with everyone. Yes, good to see Hip Karma too. I say see you because we didn't really see you, and I did see an H. But there you go. Nikki D says, "Have a good night, everyone. I will tell Josh happy birthday tomorrow until tomorrow." Thanks, Nikki D. All right, let's get everyone on here for tonight. I just want to say, please, everyone, be careful out in Florida. Pray for everybody, and football is always. I'm so glad we're all together for it, but life and family is more important. So I love you all. Thanks everyone for all the super chats and the gifted memberships. Decky, legend, appreciate you, man. No idea. Thank you. Super chat as well, and Nikki D. Thank you, man. Awesome. Thank you so much. And Walsh Techie again, and Kelly Davidson. All great people. It's not just about super chats and money and everything like that, and but supporting the channel, which is fantastic and great. So thank you. But it's all about the community and what we're doing here. So all right, let's get out of here. I will see you all tomorrow. And everyone rest. Thoughts and prayers to Florida and everyone else out there in the world. And on that bombshell, I'll see you all soon.